Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Alright, I won't be doing my usual mentalism review. I will be doing a magic review. Okay, and today I'll be looking at something called Evanescent, released by Rooster and the 1914. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, first of all, alright, a very happy new year. Okay, happy new year to all of you out there, to all my subscribers, all my viewers as well. I hope you guys have had a great time, okay, together with your friends, your family and your loved ones, ushering in the year 2022. And of course, speaking of welcoming the new year, welcome to the first episode of the new year. I thought I'd kickstart the year with a magic review. Okay, and today I'll be looking at something called Evanescent, released by Rooster. So what is Evanescent? Okay, so Evanescent is a coin routine. Okay, so this is coin magic, and it's a routine that is performed using only 3 coins. So all you need are just 3 regular coins, no gaffs are involved at all. So you can really use any 3 coins that your hands are, comfortable manipulating, I suppose. So you could go with the very popular American half dollars. Okay, so most of us coin magicians would be used to this kind of size of coins. They seem to work the best for most of us out there for most of the routines. Or you could go with something a little bit larger, like American silver dollars. Okay, these are Morgan dollars for greater visibility and audibility as well. It's also a multi-phased routine. Okay, so there are like 4 main phases in this whole routine. The routine begins with a production sequence, and then it goes on to coins through hand sequence. There is also a coins across sequence, and then the whole routine ends with a vanish sequence as well, bringing the whole routine full circle. So if you have been watching magic reviews, in the recent years, alright, you might know that Rooster actually has a YouTube channel. Okay, so he's also on YouTube doing magic reviews. His channel is called Roo's Reviews. Okay, in fact, I've been subscribed for quite some time now, just checking out his content. If you have not yet gone to his channel, do drop by his channel. Alright, check out his content, and while you're there, show him some love and subscribe to his channel as well. Speaking of YouTube and magic reviews, alright, some of you may find it a little bit strange, that I am reviewing a magic routine, a coin routine, because most of you will know that I am a performing mentalist, alright, and mentalism is not magic. Okay, well, a little peek into my history will show you that I'm a lover of coin magic. In fact, in the 90s, all the way to the early 2000s, I was, in fact, a Gary Kurtz clone. And at that time, I insisted almost on only performing. I insisted almost on performing. I insisted on almost performing. At that time, I almost insisted on only performing Gary Kurtz material. So at the time, I was performing routines such as Furious. Alright, Furious is a signature routine of Gary Kurtz's, where a silver dollar is made to grow in size, then it's made to jump around, and then in the end it transforms into a 5-inch coin. Another routine that I was performing quite a lot in my stand-up show as well was a routine of Kurtz's called Trio. Okay, it's a 3-coin routine, and this is actually the routine that kind of gave me my foundation in terms of structuring a coin routine, as well as the various slides that I would use even until today. At the time as well, a fingertip coins across sequence from Chris Kenner's book, alright, Totally Out of Control, was also another routine that I featured quite extensively in my stand-up stage show as well. And in those days, I was also working as a close-up magician, alright, so mingling and doing close-up magic. And at the time, I was also doing another routine of Gary Kurtz's called Full Frontal Assault. Okay, some of you may know that routine. Similarly to Evanescent, quite similar actually. There's a production, there's a coins through hand sequence, a coins across, and then the routine ends with a coin vanish as well. So coming into Evanescent with my love for the magic of Gary Kurtz, I already kind of knew that this would be something that I would, be interested in. I'd like to take this opportunity to appeal to any of you as well. If any of you have Gary Kurtz's contact, okay, please do drop me an email. I would love to get in touch with him. So what do you get when you purchase Evanescent? Okay, so you can purchase Evanescent from the 1914 website, and when you do, a whole bunch of videos, about, 14, 15 videos will be made available to you in your library in your 1914 account. Each of the videos aren't that long, each of them last under 10 minutes. And in the videos, Rooster will give you a brief introduction to the routine. There will also be a performance of the routine to the camera. Okay, so he'll perform the routine to the camera, to you basically, so that you can get an idea of how the routine flows in real time. And then there will be another performance, this time for one spectator, okay, who looks suspiciously like a UK mentalist whose work I enjoy as well. During this performance, you will get to see the interactive part of the routine, okay, because there are certain phases that are performed with a spectator and their hands. And after the performances, Rooster will teach you the whole routine in detail, okay, he'll outline the full routine, all the slides that you'll require as well. So the routine is first taught to the camera like that, okay, from one angle just like that from the front, okay, so it looks like this. Then after that, at the end of each phase, there will be a recap video, and in that video, it's shot from behind, okay, from another angle, which gives you, everything from your perspective as you're performing the routine. So let's talk a little bit about the routine in general, okay. So I mean, I might be a little bit biased, okay, because I'm coming into this with a love for the magic of Gary Kurtz. But first of all, what I like about the routine is that it uses just 3 coins, okay, and so with just 3 coins in your pocket, you are already ready, okay, to perform a really strong coin magic set. I also like that the routine has a structure, okay, there's a beginning and there's like a middle-ish kind of a section, and then there's an end as well. Also, the routine is modular, okay, which means of course you don't have to perform the whole routine in its entirety. You can kind of pluck certain bits here and there to add to your own routines as well. So for example, if you like his coin through hand sequence, okay, you could just take that part and kind of plug it into the routine that you might already be doing. Also, not having to perform the whole routine in its entirety means, alright, that you could just, perform the production sequence and then maybe go straight into the vanish sequence, okay? If time doesn't permit, or if the group of people that you're bothering aren't really interested. Also, another point that is quite relevant today, okay, is that because of how visual the routine is, it can also be performed over a virtual platform, okay, and I'm kind of including, virtual show considerations in my reviews from now on because, well, virtual shows are a real thing at this point in time. In fact, for my own virtual show right now, okay, I mean, not all of my shows are for, the very serious corporate event kind of people. Some of the events that I do, the virtual events, do have like family audiences. When I do know that, there are children involved and they are just watching the show, there is a coin routine that I throw in as well. For those of you who are interested, okay, I will put just a really short clip of the coin routine that I currently do in my virtual show right at the end of this video, okay, so you can kind of get an idea of how the routine plays over a virtual platform. It is my routine, okay, but obviously it is very, very heavily influenced by the work of Gary Kurtz. So let's talk a little bit about each of the individual phases in Evanescent, okay, beginning with the production sequence. So the production sequence, I think it's quite nice, it's quite well choreographed. My biggest takeaway from it, okay, is, well, Rooster uses a presentational angle of a movable portal. A portal where he's able to, move around, and then from the portal he's able to produce coins. So what I liked about it is that, the presentation kind of motivates the method, and what do I mean by that is, most of us, myself included, okay, we tend to go like, I'm going to produce an invisible coin, okay, look, there's an invisible coin here, you can't really see it at this point in time. But, thinking about it now, what I'm really doing is I'm inviting quite a lot of scrutiny to this hand. So, you're actually inviting people to, kind of really take a good look at it to make sure that, there is no coin there. Whereas the way Rooster handles it, alright, he's kind of moving the portal, okay, from point to point. And so the emptiness of the hands is kind of just, in transit, okay? It's kind of almost registered with the spectators on a subconscious or almost like a peripheral kind of a thing, okay? It's not like, look at this invisible coin, you can't see it. It's more of like, there's a portal over here, I move it over there, and in that action, they kind of see the hand empty. Okay, so that is my biggest takeaway from it. I think the presentation kind of motivates the method. Next, let's talk about the second phase, which is the coins through hand sequence. Okay, now this is my favorite sequence in all 4 of the phases. Okay, it's really nice, really clean. I'll perform just the first coin for you. Okay, so what happens is he takes the invisible portal and he places it, on the back of his hand. Okay, so now apparently there's like a hole in the back of his hand, I suppose. And then he takes 1, 2, 3 coins in his hand, and then through the portal, he removes the first coin, just like that. The first 2 penetrations through the back of the hand, really nice, really visual as well, I think. So I really like this phase a lot. And I think it is a sequence that you can kind of plug into any routine that you might currently be performing. So let's talk about the third phase, the coins across phase. Well, nothing new, I think, in terms of the coins across sequence. However, there's a nice kind of double take moment in the passage of the first coin. It is surprising, and because of that, I think it elicits laughter, okay, which I think is important when performing this kind of coin magic. And then the routine ends with the vanish sequence, okay, the vanish of all 3 coins. Similarly to the first phase, all right, where the method is motivated by the presentation. Again, Rooster uses the invisible portal. Alright, so he places the portal in a spectator's hands, and then one by one he takes the coins and he drops them into that portal, alright, where the coins just disappear. And then at the end, in keeping the portal, it helps him with the cleanup as well. Again, I think it's really nice that if your presentation can motivate the method. But overall, I enjoyed going through Evanescent. Okay, again, my opinion might be biased. Okay, because I do enjoy these sorts of routines to begin with. Okay, so it really is my kind of thing when when it comes to this sort of coin magic. And for most of us out there who are doing coin magic already, all right, to some degree. Well, just hearing the whole sequence alone, even without watching the routine. Well, if I were to give you 3 coins. Alright, and if you are a pretty competent coin magician, I do suppose you can already kind of perform some version of this routine, alright? Just using, whatever sleights that you may be familiar with or things that are already within your skill set. Okay, but what I think is of value here is that Rooster, okay, is kind of sharing with you his choreography. Okay, so most of us, we know the end. Okay, we know the end, and most of us know the means as well. And all of us have our own means to get to that end. But I've always found it useful and interesting to kind of find out how other performers, all right, get to the end. Okay, we can all get there, but I like to see how other people get there as well. So yeah, I think Rooster's whole choreography for the whole routine is quite nice, all right. But again, you don't have to perform the whole routine exactly like him. You can just take out parts of what you like and just do those alone. And if you're not entirely comfortable with the way it's exactly done, all right, you can quite easily just substitute them, and just perform the routine in the way that's comfortable for you. Okay, so while it is a beautiful routine to watch, okay, I will tell you that it is not easy, okay? You will need quite a lot of attention to your angles. In a live performance environment, all right, you're gonna have people to your sides, to your back even, and even if you have people to the front, in my experience, okay, in using these sorts of moves, you do need to pay attention as to whether the spectators in front are, standing up or if they are seated as well. Now, personally, for me, I prefer them to be seated, so I tend to use these sorts of methods for large banquet tables, right, that sits like 10 or 12 people. Then I'm pretty comfortable with doing these sorts of moves. But in a mingling sort of environment, there has to be some kind of adjustment for the angle. So you might have to tilt your hand up a little bit, okay, just to make up for that perspective. Alright, so that's all I have to say about Evanescent by Rooster. Okay, I'd like to thank D. Christopher over at the 1914 for letting me have this so that I can chat with you guys about it on this show. If you are interested to pick up Evanescent for yourself, I will leave the link in the description box down below. So before I leave you with that short clip of my coin routine from my virtual show, well, again, if you are new to the channel, but if you like the content so far, if you're enjoying watching my videos, please do subscribe to the channel, alright? Like this video as well, because all these things really help me grow this channel on YouTube. So yeah, do keep the subscriptions coming in. I do hope that I can hit 2,000, okay, by the end of this year. Okay, so do your part, hit the subscribe button and help me reach that little goal that I have. So I will leave you now with a really short clip of the coin routine that I do in my virtual show. Alright, so till next time, do take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic, and I will see you again on a future episode of Nique Chats.